Japa Opportunity Hubs here again. I promised in my last video I was going to show you the step-by-step process you need to apply for a UK visa sponsored job as a mechanic and as an electrician who has lots of experience. My case study is for those in Nigeria, but I believe people from other African countries can apply the same concept and use it for their application. So with the UK application, it doesn't matter how many level of experience you have. It's about how you are able to show it, how you are able to document it, how you are able to present it to the organization you are applying to. And as you can see, you don't really need a university degree, but you just need to be able to show that you actually do in fact qualify to be able to apply for this job. Because what you see is so many people in these blue collar jobs are actually very qualified. They've learned under different people, they've learned informally, but they don't really have the documentation to evidence it. So today I am going to be showing you how you can get the UK equivalent of those certifications, as again you do not need to have gone to the university. I'm going to walk you through the examining bodies we have in Nigeria where you can get those technical certificates and training in very little time, and what these certifications are, the contact details, and how you should in fact start building your entire portfolio and preparing your application to take advantage, because there are so many of these applications and job opportunities currently open, but people don't really know how to go about it. So I am going to start. Right, so these are a few screenshots showing you the applications currently open, and these come with visa sponsorship, as I mentioned already in my previous video. Right, so the examining bodies, I am going to highlight two key ones. These are Nigerian focused, as I said earlier. The first one is NATEB, which is the National Business and Technical Examination Board. So with the NATEB, you can see the website on the screen, and I'm going to show you the website shortly so you can know about how to get and contact them to do the certification. So as you can see on the screen, there are 3 certifications you can get from NATEB, which is the National Business and Technical Examination Board in Nigeria. There is the National Technical Certificate, there is the Advanced National Technical Certificate, and there is the National Business Certificate. So all of these certificates you can register for and complete in a few weeks, right? Especially where you already have years of experience. So this should not be difficult for you to do. And the second examining body is under the Federal Ministry of Labor and Employment in Nigeria. So they do issue what's called trade test certificate. There's trade test certificate in grade 1 or 2. So you need to visit an accredited test center and register your interest. You do the assessment and then you get certified. You can see the website on your screen, and I'm also going to take you there in a minute to show you how it works. And yeah, so these are the 2 key examining bodies in Nigeria where you can get the technical certificate you need in order to be able to apply as a mechanic or an electrician under the visa sponsored job in the UK. So now, how do you package your entire portfolio, your application, your documentation? How do you put it all together? So the first thing is to get the certification from these 2 bodies which I've spoken about, and then you need to start creating a portfolio. So for example, if this is not something you've started doing, you need to start documenting. So for example, things you've worked on, projects you've worked on in your job as an electrician, or as you've worked for PHCN, you've done power distribution, or as a mechanic, the sort of range of vehicles you've worked on, projects you've handled. You need to start taking photos and documenting them. And then the next one will be work references. This is key, especially if you've had years of experience, you've trained under like in the case of a mechanic, you've trained under like a mechanic hub or organization as a staff or as a trainee, and you've worked under them for years. You're now independent. You need to start going to get written references from all of these places you've worked and have them signed by the head of the organization or whoever it is you've worked with. And then you now need to have a well written CV, and then in this CV you're documenting everything you've done in the last 10 years, in the last 15 years, or how long you've worked in this position, either as a mechanic or as an electrician. And then if you have any other on-the-job training certificate, you are bringing that into the table as well. Maybe some sort of training you've done while you were working on the job. That would be very helpful. And then let's say you've gone to school, you've done your OND or your HND, and it happens to be in this field as well, this technical field as well. That would be equally helpful to support your application. And then when you pull all of this together, you now have a well-rounded, standard application, and well-rounded documentation you can use for your application. And I do offer limited guidance sessions in terms of all what we've been talking about, so how to help you get to the finish line. I've given you the steps, but if you need some hand holding to get to the finish line, I do offer limited guidance session, and my link is in my bio. So I'm going to be taking you to the website where we can see some visual visual interpretation of all the website I've mentioned for the certifications, and then you can go further, contact them, and start the process and get it. Right, so this is labor.gov.ng, which is the Federal Ministry of Labor and Employment website in Nigeria. So here, as you can see, it's on the skills development and certifications page on this website. You can see that there are about 8 skills upgrading and vocational training centers across the 6 geopolitical zones in Nigeria, which are listed on there. And recently 2 centers were constructed. So basically you would have to go to the center in your state, pick up the registration form, and register for the exams. On the website you can also see there are like the offices on there, the state offices. So here we can see the detailed information on the offices in each state, so you can go to the one nearest to you, register for. So this is this body offers the trade 1 and 2 test certificate, which we earlier talked about on the slides. So you can see all of the states listed where you can go to get your certificates. And then the other platform is NATEB, which we earlier talked about. So this is the NATEB website. They equally have different offices in different states in Nigeria. So on your website you can see the different certificates we talked about being mentioned. When I try to click into each one, the website is a bit glitchy, so I think the best option would be for you to go to their offices and get the certification done. I actually did see a Facebook post where someone was also detailing how to get it done, the trade test certificates. So obviously you have to go to Ministry of Labor, pick up the forms, and pay the required fee, and then do the certification. So this applies to the to NATEB as well as the Ministry of Labor that issues the trade test certificate. So these are 2 different bodies where you can get your certificates from, and you would have to go to their offices to make more inquiry and get the process started. So when all of that is done, you're well on your way to making the applications. There are different applications popping up, so you just need to get ready, get everything you need, and put in the application when all of that is completed. If you've really enjoyed my content, you enjoyed the breakdown videos on how to follow this procedure, please do like, share and subscribe to my videos, and I promise to bring you more premium content, more content that will be worth your time and you can follow step by step. So please hit the like, subscribe and share buttons to alert other people as well to my channel.